video, and I'm going to explain to you how to find greatest common factor of two numbers using factor trees. So my two numbers that I'm going to work with today are 24 and 18. Okay, and to start, I'm going to start just with 24. You can start with either of them. The first thing that you'll do is decide two factors or two things that multiply to get to 24. So the first one that comes to my mind is 12 times 2. You can use 3 times 8, 6 times 4. It really doesn't matter, just whichever one pops into your head first. So the first one I thought of is 12 and 2. And then I look and see if either of my numbers are prime. Now remember, a prime number is anything where its two factors are 1 and itself. So 2 is prime because there's no two numbers I can multiply together to get 2 besides 2 and 1. So I'm going to circle it because I know it's prime. But my 12 is not prime, so now I'm going to decide two factors that multiply to 12. So what comes to mind is 3 times 4. Those multiply to equal 12. And then I look again, are either of them prime? And 3 is, so I'm going to circle it. And then I'm going to go to my 4, are there, and decide two things that multiply to equal 4, which is 2 and 2. And I know that 2 is prime, so I'm going to circle both of those. And you want to make your factor tree until you end up with only prime numbers. So everything ends with a prime number. So there's 24. Now I'm going to move over and do 18. Same thing. The first thing that comes to mind is 6 and 3. I know 3 is prime, so I'm going to circle it. That just lets me know I'm stopping. I'm not doing anything with it. And then my 6. I know 2 times 3 is 6, and those are both prime. So that one stops. There's nothing more I can do with it. So these are called factor trees. So I've made my two factor trees. Now I just need to figure out what the greatest common factor is between the two of them. So you may be able to look and see it, but I'm going to show you something that we'll use later on, so we're going to practice using it for greatest common factor. So first thing I do is make a Venn diagram. Looks like this. It's just two circles. I'm going to have this side be 24 and that side be 18. And just like a normal Venn diagram that you would use for writing or for other things, I put things that are the same in the middle. I didn't leave that very big, but the same in the middle, and then anything that's different on the outsides. Now for this, in math, anything that's the same, there has to be one of it on both sides. So I'll explain what I mean. So there's a 3 over here, so I need to find a matching 3 over here, which there's one right here, so I'm going to cross them out, put it in there because I used them. Now I have another 3 over here, but I don't have a matching 3 on this side. There's nothing that it matches up with, so that goes under my 18. Okay. Then I have a 2 over here, and I also have a matching 2 right here, so I'm going to put that in here. And then I don't have anything up that matches. So I do have more 2s and I have more 3s, but I don't have another 2 on either side or another 3 on either side. So I can just fill in my 24. It has 2 2s left over. So I have a 2 and a 2 over here. I have a 3 and a 2 in the middle. I have a 3 under my 18. Now, when we're finding greatest common factor, we only care about the numbers in the middle. A way you can remember that is an F in cursive looks like this. So if I do an F, it only covers the middle. Okay, so I'm only going to worry about the middle, and all I need to do is multiply them together. So right over here, 3 times 2 equals 6. So my greatest common factor is 6. Okay, so the steps are, number 1, create your factor tree. Make your factor tree until all of your little branches end in a prime number. Step number 2 is to make your Venn diagram. Put all your numbers in the appropriate spots. And then step number 3 is to multiply the 2 numbers in the middle together. And that is how you use factor tree to find the greatest common factor. And now we're going to practice.